Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and the recent Spider-Man Far From Home trailer really threw us for a loop, simply by showing us a Spider-Man that isn't just a suit filled with dust. Spider-Man's dead. We saw it happen. Why is no one in this trailer talking about it? Now, I'm sure the MCU isn't in denial, and Avengers Endgame will present us with a very clear explanation of how Spider-Man, Nick Fury, and Maria Hill, and perhaps some other characters could be alive once more. And to be clear, the answer isn't Far From Home taking place before Infinity War. It's been confirmed to take place after Endgame. Let's not go down that road again. This Far From Home footage is showing us the aftermath of the events of Endgame, and if you watched it closely, the trailer actually gave us a number of clues that hint at which Marvel heroes could be alive after Endgame and which ones might not be. Let's dig into this, and spoiler warning in case any of my predictions didn't Ryan and I ruin your life. Okay, let's refresh ourselves with the current death toll as we know it to be coming out of the recent Marvel films. During the events of Infinity War, we saw Loki, Heimdall, Gamora, and Vision straight up croak. Sure, Loki will probably come back somehow for the Disney Plus series, and sure, maybe Vision has been downloaded on some misplaced hard drive. But for now, dead. And in the decimation event of Thanos' snap, we saw the following characters fade into dust. Peter Parker, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Bucky, Doctor Strange, Falcon, Star-Lord, Drax, Groot, Mantis, Nick Fury, Maria Hill. And at the end of Ant-Man the Wasp, we saw Hank Pym, Hope Van Dyne, and Janet Van Dyne join them. After Infinity War came out, the Russo brothers also confirmed that among the dusted are Betty Ross, Bruce Banner's ex, and Lady Sif from the Thor movies. Sorry, ladies. Now, as for those left alive, we got Tony Stark, Cap, Thor, Bruce Banner, Black Widow, Rhodey, Nebula, Rocket, Okoye, and M'Baku. Judging from the end of Ant-Man the Wasp and the Avengers Endgame trailer, Scott Lang has survived, despite the Avengers considering him missing. According to the trailer, Hawkeye also survived, even if a lot of his hair didn't. I think we can assume that Wong is safe, along with Shuri, whom we last saw lying on the ground after a scuffle with Corvus Glaive. In the Endgame trailer, she was also listed as missing. Captain Marvel, of course, is probably alive, though it would be pretty hilarious if Nick Fury's outgoing pager message ends up going to a pile of Carol Danvers dust. Jon Favreau confirmed that Happy Hogan would be alive in Endgame, and the Russos said Aunt May survived the snap as well. Meanwhile, they said Ned's fate was too much of a spoiler to reveal at that point, along with Korg and Meek, and Jane Foster, Thor's ex. And just recently, some leaked merchandise hinted that Valkyrie could be alive in Endgame as well. And some set images of Gwyneth Paltrow in a costume we haven't seen yet suggest that Pepper Potts must have survived too. But how does this recent Spider-Man Far From Home trailer change these lists? Well, obviously, Spider-Man, Nick Fury, and Maria Hill moved from the dusted category to the alive one. Ned also moves from being unknown to being alive. So much for that spoiler. And if you look closely at that big charity check that Happy carries, you can see Pepper Potts' signature, so she is confirmed to be alive now as well. Meanwhile, the trailer features a conspicuous absence of any other Avenger, notably Tony Stark, who was previously a mentor to Peter Parker in the past movies. Iron Man and Thor do get mentioned in this trailer, but they aren't around. So what happened in Endgame? Who's gonna live? Who gonna die? It's like we've gotten this brief, limited glimpse of the future with this Far From Home trailer, and we're trying to use clues from that future dream to extrapolate backwards and warn our friends that they're about to die, all without getting distracted by Jake Gyllenhaal, who I'm sure shows up in many of your dreams. So let's make some predictions. Okay, Peter Parker, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, along with Star-Lord, Groot, Drax, Mantis, and Black Panther, Doctor Strange, I think will survive Avengers Endgame. I've gone into several possible ways that these characters could resurrect from dust, going back in time to reset the timeline, splitting into a parallel reality in the multiverse where these characters are still alive, or the Infinity War survivors making some kind of cosmic sacrifice to trade lives. These theories can't all be the accurate one, but one of them might be, so go watch those videos, thanks. What this Far From Home trailer does tell us is that Marvel Phase 4 intends on moving forward with the sequels to Phase 3 movies regardless of whatever happened in Infinity War and Endgame. And if Spider-Man survives, I think we can assume survival for the others. Like we know a sequel for Doctor Strange is coming, along with a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and with Black Panther's recent awards recognition, you better believe Kevin Feige will want to produce another one of those. I think we can trust that Nick Fury ain't going anywhere.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Good point, Fury. However that snap gets reversed or reset, it's not gonna reset Nick Fury's depth perception problems. And you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and make another less confident prediction. Iron Man and Thor will survive Avengers Endgame 2. Please don't come back to haunt me. The Far From Home trailer mentioned both of these characters by name.
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
Look around at these kids. No one looks the least bit sad or mournful at these mentions of Iron Man or Thor. So maybe Iron Man and Thor are just missing, which I guess is less sad. Or maybe these kids are sociopaths. Or maybe due to like time travel, the heroes could have died in the distant past, which would be enough time to grieve. Whatever, I just think they're alive. Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth, with the success of Thor Ragnarok, are hugely popular stars for the Marvel brand that can still make a lot of money for a lot of people. And if we're going down this road, if we're assuming these two survive, I think there's a good chance most of the others will too. Like, why keep Iron Man alive and then kill Rhodey off? They already got so close to doing that in Civil War. He's just getting back on his legs. That would feel mean. And Black Widow has her own solo film coming out, and we gotta see Hulk and Thor together again. Really, the only character I think will not survive Endgame is Cap. I know. With Infinity War, the Russos shocked us with the breadth of casualties. So many deaths. With Endgame, I think they're gonna shock us with the depth of one very emotional loss. Steve Rogers has always been the selfless hero, the guy to jump on the grenade. If Cap is given a chance to sacrifice himself to bring back even one of the fallen heroes, this guy's gonna take it. Now, there could be a way Cap doesn't die but still gets permanently separated from everyone. Like, I brought up this idea before that he could use time travel to stay in the 1940s and live the life that he always wanted to live. Like, that would be nice. Maybe Bucky could join him. But I just got a gut feeling that this will be the last time we see Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, and Chris Evans, Captain America, appear in a movie together. My gut's been wrong before, I just don't feel good about this. For the question I'm leaving you with, I'm gonna let you play God, or play Thanos. He's basically God now. Between Stark, Thor, and Cap, if you could kill off one of them to spare the lives of the other two, who would you kill? Comment down below, follow us, subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to our new podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, especially if you use the Himalaya app, because subbing through the Himalaya app will help them help us release new shows. And if you live in the LA area, come see my live comedy show, Darkest Timeline Comedy, starring me, comedians, some new Rockstars guests, Friday, February 1st at the Acme Theater in North Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and I realize now that I just asked you to play FMK with the Avengers. Who are we? The girls from Spider-Man Homecoming?
F Thor, marry Iron Man, and kill Hulk.
Kill Hulk? Nice job spoiling Avengers Endgame, Betty.